Hello and welcome to the Analog Leftie. My name is Elise. If you've seen my previous video on my regular size traveler's notebook, I mentioned that I'm very much into long form journaling as my main journaling method. And for that, I've been using A5 notebooks as they're the perfect size. So I wanted to elevate my writing experience and thought that getting a nice journal cover would do just that. So I went on a hunt for a leather journal cover and was very happy to find one from Popov Leather. And I have to thank Frank from Stationery at Fours Review for helping me make the decision to get one. So I wanted to share my thoughts on it with everyone as well. Popov Leather is a Canadian business based in Nelson, British Columbia, that first started out as a hobby of the founder Ryan Popov right after he graduated from university. They began selling their products through Etsy and eventually grew into the brand that they are today. So while we'll be looking at the journal cover, they also make other leather goods like wallets, belts, dog collars, bags, and so much more. So when you go to their website, their journal covers would be under accessories and then notebooks. As you can see, they name their covers according to brand, so I guess if you're looking for something that would specifically fit a brand of planner, it would be easier to find. Even so, it's quite easy to identify what size they would be. For example, field notes would be pocket size, Moleskine has their own sizing conventions, Rhodia and Leuchtturms would either be A5 or A6, and the Japanese brands would have their own sizing as well. For example, Obonichi Techo is A6 and Cousin is A5. But basically, their A5 covers would fit standard A5 notebooks. So, for example, the Rhodia leather notebook cover, in the FAQs, you can see here that our A5 covers are designed to fit standard A5 size notebooks, and they've been tested with several brands of planners and such. By the way, this is not a sponsored video. As you know, I'm a very new channel, and so I bought this with my own money, and I really just wanted to share my experience with everyone. Plus, I'm super happy to support a local Canadian business in whatever way I can. So the one that I have right here is the Leather A5 notebook cover. At the time of this recording, it retails for 122 Canadian dollars, but I got mine with a 20% discount, I think, from their workshop closure sale back in August. So I've had this one for about 3 months now. And they do a lot of sales throughout the year, so it's worth keeping an eye out for those. I got the English tan with tan thread, and you can also get it with a cream lighter threading. Since I already had something closer to dark brown with my olive traveler's notebook, I thought I'd get something lighter. But it's also available in black, heritage brown, and natural, and you can add engraving for $12. So when you place your order, fulfillment usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks because I believe the items are all made to order. And if you watch their YouTube shorts, you would see the order numbers of the items that they make in their videos. So my journal cover came with this canvas bag. It's very durable and it has their logo on here, which I really like. And it comes with this thank you card with contact information for item support, some information about full grain leather, leather care, and other important info. So I'm someone with a sensitive or keen sense of smell, and when my leather journal arrived, it smelled strongly of leather, but not in a noxious level though. Maybe don't stick your nose so close and inhale so deeply, but it smelled of leather and it didn't bother me when I started using it. The intensity subsides after a few days. They use full grain leather, and I love how it shows the unique qualities of the animal that it came from. You can see here that some spots are darker, there are some areas with marbling over here, and you can see some of the stretch marks. It's just beautiful and there's so much character to it. And based off of pictures, I wasn't sure if the leather would be rigid. My only bases are the traveler's notebooks, which, while they are flexible, they're also quite rigid. But I was happy to see that the journal cover was soft and supple, but you'd also be able to tell that it's high quality and they would definitely last for a long time with normal use. I love how the outside is so smooth and also the inside has a nice soft matted texture. So looking at the construction, the journal cover has smooth burnished edges except for the part right here towards the spine. And I'm not sure if they made that choice to make sure that these parts maintain their flexibility, but regardless, it doesn't bother me at all. The pockets are also quite roomy, but not to the point that things would fall out, and that's thanks to the leather texture and also friction and physics. At the moment, I just have a random journal from Staples, so maybe the fit would be better if you were to use a Rhodia A5 hardbound journal, as the notebook cover is so named. However, I do like that it's roomy because it allows for the notebook cover to slide and adjust when the notebook cover is being opened and closed without bending the cover of your journal, especially for soft bound notebooks. And like the cover is roomy in general, the notebook edges aren't flush to the edges of the journal cover. There's about half an inch of an allowance, and maybe that might be a deal breaker for others, but personally, I like the allowance because it protects the edges of my journal. And also because it's quite roomy, you can put 2 full A5 notebooks in here if that's how you want to roll. Like, I personally wouldn't, but you could if you want. They have included pen loops that are designed to secure the cover by inserting a pen to both loops like so. Or if you need 2 pens, they would work great as well. And because the pen loops are placed on different spots on either side of the cover, the leather protects the exposed parts of the pens from scratching each other. The loops are quite roomy, so they can take chunkier pens. And if you normally use thinner pens, it would be best if they have a clip so they can be secured in the loop. The pen loops are also riveted on the leather, so they're not gonna go anywhere. And I think that being close to the edge of the notebook cover prevents it from being intrusive while writing. Now, this next part is where I spaz about this product from a design perspective, and it's the bit that got me the most excited about this journal cover. If you look at the pockets here on the left side, you'd think that adding 2 extra layers of leather would make it bulky, but it's not. They managed to make it almost the same thickness as the other side. After inspecting more closely, they didn't just slap on 2 layers to make the card pocket on top of the notebook cover pocket. They cut their leather pieces in a way that they would fit together like a puzzle instead of just stacking them onto each other. Do you see how these 2 pieces are retrofitted to connect to each other as if it's one piece? Also, the pocket for the notebook cover isn't a full piece that is flush to the edge of the cover. It's cut like a trapezoid, so it doesn't add so much bulk to the edges of the journal cover. Now, I don't know if this is a common design choice for leather workers. I have zero knowledge in that field, but that attention to detail to make this journal cover so functional and streamlined is something that I appreciate and something that truly excites me. I really do love my journal cover from Popov Leather. I realize that I'm lucky to be able to afford a notebook cover at this price point, but I understand why artists price their items the way they do, and I understand the work that goes into their craft. There are times, well, most of the time, I would choose something that's way more within my means, but I'm always happy to support artists whenever I'm able to. There's something about knowing that such a beautiful item came from a small business that allows you to better appreciate the years of learning, knowledge, and craftsmanship that the people behind the business imbue on their products. Now, I bought this cover as my way of showing gratitude and how much I value my thoughts, feelings, and experiences. And I can't think of a better way to do just that. Having this journal cover envelop my notebook feels like a hug. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate your time and you for being here. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.